Hello, Boris Pravisham here, and Anubiz is here for some reason. I just wanted to see if could do these sort of update videos with another person, because usually I'm by myself and I do about 3 takes and it still turns out horribly. So I figured if I have someone here, then at least I have someone to blame.
Oh, I see.
May have noticed already there's a Christmas tree. I think it looks quite nice. All pretty colours. If you want, you can come and leave a present under this tree. See, leave your gifts. It's a very clear message. And I've got a couple of little notes like the beacon here. You could, I don't know, maybe put a cargo container with the person that you're trying to send a present to in the name of the cargo container. I'll be putting a couple of down. Couple of down.
A couple of down.
Yeah. And there's also this button because, yeah, this reduces things down to about 20 frames a second, at least on my computer. And there we go. And now we're back up. But there's no fun in that. Whoops, I think I just pressed it twice. I don't know. Is it working on your screen?
Yep.
Okay, we'll just leave
All
it
flashy again.
Yep. The reason I wanted to do a quick update, well, when I say quick, I mean in terms for us, so it's probably going to be about 20 minutes. Yeah, I wanted to do a quick update video because the last few weeks haven't exactly been the greatest. Let's go fly and have a look at some places while we're at it. Yeah, they haven't exactly... Sorry?
Where'd you go? I lost you already.
Up.
There you go.
Towards
oh, no, wait, that's your ship.
I'm towards the asteroid that I like to mine.
Oh, ow!
And you killed me.
You killed me!
I was completely still.
Oh, were you? I didn't even see you.
Well, there goes my body.
By accident.
I just saw your body fly past.
Okay, here we go.
Yeah. Where was I? Yes. The past couple of weeks haven't been the greatest because of the update malarkey, all the problems that we've been having. And before the update, the 1.06 update, whatever that one was, we're going really well. I think at the highest point we had about 20 people online at any one time. I think that was the max. Usually it was less than that, but that tree from up here looks like a smudge, a green smudge. And this looks like the sort of thing that I would build. It's all blocky. That's how I tend to. When I looked up, I thought I'd built it. And
I just died. I got too close to whatever this is.
Oh yeah, there's turrets over there. They're not very friendly.
No.
Oh, and in
okay,
here
I'm coming back.
There's a pot plant. Some arcade machines. I wonder if I'm allowed to fly this. No. This is a bit of a tour video as well, so we're not getting that distracted. Yeah, so we were doing quite well, and then the updates hit, and now, well, there's Raptors online. Raptor's been on quite a bit, but the number of people online has been either 0 or 1 for the past couple of weeks. So I thought I'd just let people know that it's back up and running. The game isn't running anywhere near as smoothly as it once was. About a month ago it was running better than it ever had been, and it was rather good. It was nice, but now we've been set back probably the equivalent of a few months in terms of just gameplay, how it feels to play. There's a nice little pool table. We're trapped in here. I keep thinking I'm going to fly into someone's base and they'll have a trap and just lock me in. See if I can get
well, now that you've said that.
Yeah. So we're not going to go near the FCC headquarters because you tend to die.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, I just tried to go through a window.
Oh, you're still up in there. I'll wait for you then.
I'm going to go through the hole in the wall.
And the wrong way. Left.
Yep,
No,
I was about to get
up.
killed again.
Yeah, I'm closer to the turrets, so it's probably not a good idea. Where should we go next? That's our place. That's Raptor's place. I think this way. I don't know. Where's a... How about we go to the sector police, because that brings up another of the topics. I just died. I don't know if I got shot or because I bumped into the asteroid. But yeah.
I didn't get shot at. I'll meet you at the sector police then.
Yep. Yeah. In between all of this, I haven't been making the videos that I wanted to make on this server. And there's sort of two main videos that I would be making. One where I'm, like this one, I guess you could say out of character, because I did want to kind of make this a bit of a roleplay thing. So I would normally be, doing something stupid while pretending that it's an entirely serious thing to be doing. But every now and then, for updates and whatnot, like little update videos. Oh, I'm just sitting at 0. I thought I had my inertia dampeners off. I'm just sitting in the middle of space wondering why I wasn't moving. Yeah, and so I have to break out of character every now and then. But what I was going to do was have... Well, basically, we kind of started it when we did our first tour. How we went door to door just harassing people. Just doing silly things with people. That was kind of my selfish aim with this server. Of course, what happens with the server is entirely up to the people that play on it. But I wanted to basically just do silly things with a whole manner of different people, and that is what I'm hoping to do with the Space Police here. This is owned by Teddy, or A Teddy Bear, his full name. Done a couple of things with him now, but he's looking for a recruit. So I applied, and I want to become a recruit for at least for a few days, and we're going to solve a crime together, a crime or two. Probably arrest Anubiz. He won't have done anything, but yeah. So this
all locked up.
Yeah. The police station is still under construction, as is everything everywhere, because that's the way Space Engineers is. Nothing is ever done.
Nope.
Yeah, it's just a constant. Yeah. I think we'll head down towards the MDF. But one of the other things that I wanted to try and encourage, and again, in the perfect world, I would have liked to have made videos, I guess you could say in-character videos, that would have sort of shown it in action, rather than just telling people what I intended to do. But because it hasn't gone entirely to plan, what I intend to do in the new year is to try and encourage a few people to build, I guess you'd say, businesses or organizations. You've seen, like, the police station is it's a service. I don't know how to word it, but and then there's also Spider-Man's
public
pub.
Service.
Yeah, yeah. Well, Spider-Man has a pub,
Which is a private service.
Yeah, a private service in a public house, and I died.
Oh, okay. I'm
where I was
over
going.
at MDF.
Yeah, I my body is.
You mean your clone, your past clone teleported self?
Yeah. I wonder if the ABC is closer. Nope, it's further away. But maybe if none of the things need to be perfect. They don't need to be finished or in perfect working order. But like, for example, with Spider-Man's pub, when it was finished, my plan was to simply just do a video where I and whoever happened to be around at the time just went there. We just sat down and pretended to have imaginary drinks, and
and then end up in an imaginary pub brawl.
Yeah, and just see what would happen. Talk about the various different things on the server, like in character. And just see what would happen. Maybe someone else would want to build another business, so we could come and do business with you. And that's how story points are made. The MDF is another example. Corridon has headed up MDF and has sort of made I don't know what the Mole Man menace is. because it's the Mole Man Defense Force, and neither does anyone else, I think.
Well, you can read all of the discussion on on the forums.
Yeah, because he keeps everyone updated. It's a perfectly run faction. And for that reason is why I wanted to sort of give it a rivalry. Again, this is something I would have liked to have done in character in a roleplay video, but just in order to get things rolling. Once we get back after the Christmas break, that sort of thing. I'm getting targeted. Am I going to get shot? I hope not.
The internal turrets, I believe, are on, but the external ones are off.
Right. What I wanted to try and do was to form... I don't know what I actually want to do on the server yet. That sort of thing is something that I don't want to plan. I don't want to say I'm going to be doing this because I just want it to happen. To find something that I enjoy doing and become that. Or to just moonlight and, as a policeman for a few days, that sort of thing. But what I wanted to try and form with someone else at the helm, other people involved, is these guys are anti-mole men, whatever mole men are. I was hoping to try and get a pro-mole men faction going to counter them, and that would become our first rivalry between two large factions. Now, I'm not going to give any instructions as to how that should be done, or if it should be done at all. It's up to everyone else whether they want that. But if anyone does form a pro-mole man faction, I would sort of promote it a little bit and try and get more people to join it and see if we can get I wonder how many people are in this faction, actually. MDF, Mole Man Defense Force. What's that, 7? Can I count? I can't count. It's 8. Wait, no, I'm questioning myself. 1, 2, 3, 4, 7. I was almost at the stage of getting my fingers out. I wonder if there's any larger factions. I think that's the largest one.
The Tactical Mining Refuge?
Oh no, the AVC. They're the largest one.
They have 7 as well.
Yeah. And the AVC is another one. I've mentioned it before, but if you hadn't, it's down there. You could just see it off in the distance. It's a trading faction, a neutral one, sort of like our reserve bank of the system. And Lethal and his colleagues in the AVC group are in the process of building some sort of a shopping centre where people can rent out plots within the centre and sell their wares there. So if you want to go on a shopping day, you can, which of course I will.
Yeah.
We can go with our bags and stuff them full of stuff. Have to build some sort of a vehicle to get all the stuff home. That's exactly the sort of thing that I want to happen. Again, this isn't up to me. This is just what I plan to try and do. If people like the idea and want to follow along, then great. But otherwise, just continue what you're doing and join in with it. Right, where are we headed next? AKI, or that's the one that's too close to us, isn't it? Yeah.
That's the one that tries to kill us all the time?
No, that's a different one. FCC was the one I was thinking of.
Oh, FCC,
so
right, yeah.
We can go to the AKI one. There's also a couple
you
more.
You can go first, and then...
I mean, all of these asteroids have things built on them. Thankfully, people seem to be heeding the beacon and antenna spam rule. It's on the thread. I don't know the exact distances if someone did post them, just to try and limit the amount of spam. But it's better now. So, there's a whole lot of stuff on all the other asteroids, and they're not even showing up, which is good. The only two that are set to infinite is my base, because that seems to be a starting point for a lot of people, and the AVC one when it's online, or once it's online. And of course, that brings me into the next thing, which I'll do quickly because I've been talking too much about things that don't really matter again. The server rules have been discussed quite a bit. And again, I don't want to be some sort of a tyrant that makes everything up as I go along, because I'm not Not that I'm against that, but I'm just not entirely good at it.
I like to think of you as our benevolent dictator.
Yeah. Oh, there's more stuff down here.
Ooh.
That's a lot of storage.
Oh, wow. Oh.
They've been busy. This is a factory. See, these guys could turn this into a good business.
Yeah.
And sell their wares down at the
Citadel trading post. Yeah. The Citadel. Yeah. Because I'm going to need their services.
Yeah. You were looking at hiring a ship capturing sidekick, weren't you?
Yep. Yeah, that's right. I need my if I'm Duck Dodgers, I need my oh man, I can't even remember the guy's name. Whoever the Porky Pig played. I need my sidekick, yeah.
Yeah. Well,
I'll be putting out an advertisement.
Yeah, for that, I think around my base, which isn't really my base, it's a communal platform, but around there's already a couple of billboards that are up advertising things. I think we could make that into a bit of an advertising, like what do we like, a billboard, like a public. There's a word for it, like a board that everyone can write on. But you can put your billboards up around
bulletin
there.
Board?
Bulletin board, that's it. There won't be an actual bulletin board. You'll have to create your own signs and put them in places that are respectful of others. Don't go building.
That could be your business, Boris. You could sell ad space.
I did seriously think about that, but I found it a bit hard to try and divide up space. Like I don't know. I didn't want to put a massive big wall and have people stick stuff on it, as that would look ugly. I did like the free-floating billboards, the things popping up as you're flying around. It feels a little more realistic, like capitalism in action.
That's right.
Yeah, flying around and having annoying ads all the time. There's a red ship down here, down this way. And just as a general suggestion, if your billboard, if you do want to have an advertisement up around my place, if your billboard has a pun, I am probably about 3 times more likely to come visit. That's just a general rule. What was I talking about before that?
Server rules.
Oh, that's it. Yeah, see, this is why you're here. Because normally I would have stopped here and kept my camera completely still. You won't, every now and then you'll see sections of my videos where the camera is completely still, and that's because I've completely forgotten about what I was talking about. So I just leave it there, and in the 5 minutes it takes me to remember what I was talking about, I just leave it completely still, so in the edit I can just cut it out and it looks like it was smooth and I know what I'm doing. But with you here to remind me, I save a lot of editing time. Server rules, that's it. Yes, and there's been a couple of little things that have happened recently that have kind of needed some... Yeah, this bit was broken. They kind of needed, I guess, a bit firmer, more clear-cut rules, because I haven't really put any rules other than, just generally be good. But again, with the sort of comedy roleplay, or even more serious roleplay in mind, I kind of wanted, the roleplay to be the what's the word, I've completely forgotten English. It would be the deciding factor in how things worked. So, for example, if you... the AVC faction, their stuff is off limits to everyone. You can't go destroying that. You can't take anything from the AVC.
Right, they're a neutral party. They're Switzerland.
Yeah. But if there's nothing we can do to stop you. The game doesn't have that, and even if it did, I kind of don't want to be forcing... We can go to the ADC factory. I don't really want to be forcing these clear-cut rules that kind of limit what people can do. I do like leaving it open, and the way I think we would manage that is that if you then hurt the AVC, you wouldn't be allowed to deal with them. You wouldn't be allowed to become part of them. So it's kind of self-regulating. I don't know if it would work, but if you hurt the AVC in some way, then you would be punished by not being allowed to make use of their services or join in with the roleplay that we do with them. I wouldn't be inviting you into like what we're doing now. There's been quite a few people that have just been online. I've talked to them. They've been good people, and I just ended up recording with them. We wouldn't be doing things like that with you. I guess it's a bit of a reputation-based system. If you have a bad reputation, then I wouldn't expect anyone to be jumping into factions with you, that sort of thing. Again, I don't know if it'd work, but well, this puts my grinding pit to shame.
Holy.
Yeah, I don't know if that sort of self-regulating system would work. Oh, wow, that door's open and I died.
Yeah.
Right. Well, we're on the 20-minute mark anyway, so we probably should wrap it up.
Yeah.
Oh! Essentially...
I tried to close the door, and it tried to shoot at me.
Essentially, what I could have just said is, there's a Christmas tree, you can leave presents. In the new year, I want to be doing a lot more roleplay videos and doing a lot more on this server. One thing I didn't mention just very briefly, I know that never works when I say that, but what I originally intended and what I want to try and do, it's just a little bit, we don't really have the process exactly down when it comes to the updating yet. It is still a little bit messy. I don't know. See, that's the thing. If you come across Anubiz, then thank him not only for this server existing in the first place, but for it continuing. Because if it was up to me, that it probably wouldn't be. It would be all tardy and yeah. I think that
Okay.
billboard's flying away. Don't fly away, billboard.
Yeah, if anybody touches it, it probably will, right?
Yeah. It's facing the wrong way, but yeah. There's an MDF advertisement. But yeah, if you want to put those sort of things around, that's alright. What was I saying? Oh yes, events, things on this server. So from time to time, the example that Zek and I came up with was to put a racetrack on the server one week. Now, I'm not saying that's ever going to happen, or if it's going to happen soon, but that was just an example. That maybe a racetrack could mysteriously float into the sector one week, and if you wanted to build a race car, then you could, and we'd organise a race event on this server. Obviously, it wouldn't be very technical, it wouldn't be very serious, but there are things to do, and that's what we want to do. We're not just going to leave this server, sit here and leave you up to your own devices. We want to be making things for you to do. Or at the very least I do. I guess that'd be my contribution, because I'm never awake to do the updates. So I'll try my best to make some things for people to do, as well as the roleplay, and hopefully they complement each other. So there was that. Server rules, just be good. That's it. Yeah. Just play in the spirit of the game. Yeah. Things like there's a difference between raiding and griefing, and the raiding has to be done in a roleplay way. Like you can't just raid someone's base if they're offline, because that's no fun. They've got to be online. Even if you know them, like if I'm going to raid someone's base, I'll let them know beforehand. You won't see that in a video. I am kind of breaking the fourth wall here, killing some of the magic of video. But yeah, if you see me raid someone's base, I've asked permission beforehand. If I've destroyed anybody's stuff, then I've asked permission. And we've agreed beforehand that if that happens, it's all right. I'm never going to go and harass someone and then just throw missiles at their base for fun, without first asking them.
Would you be okay if I launched a missile to your face?
Yeah. Glowy's trying to use my destroyed welding pit.
Yeah. Big hole. That's
Yeah. We're
that's Raptor though, right? Yeah.
yep. You know, he's got a massive base. He's not the greatest at camouflage. uh, I mean that is very obvious. But he's been busy because that's taken quite some time. He's done it all on his own. He'd be a good candidate to lead a good faction, I think.
Yeah. Maybe the pro mole man. We'll have to see.
Yeah. Right. We got to finish.
Yes. Yep.
This is it. Yeah. Thank you for listening and just generally venturing around with us. Hopefully the new year's a lot more interesting than this if I get to do what I actually want. and thank you for reminding me of stuff, Anubiz.
Yeah, no worries. And I'm planning on doing a bunch more in the new year, or sorry, I guess the new year as well on this.
Yep.
Got some ideas and some plans, as we alluded to earlier. So expect to see that stuff.
Yeah, and we will be around a little bit less over the next couple of weeks.
Yeah.
As will a lot of other
Due to
people, I'm
the
assuming.
holiday seasons, yeah.
Yeah. So if the server's not working, it's not going to be up. It might not be up within the hour, as it, we've been pretty good with that so far. If it's not working, we get it up as soon as possible. It might be a little bit longer while we're away on Christmas, that sort of thing. But yes, we're done. Goodbye.
Goodbye.